Students, this is lesson number 9 as we're studying lesson number 9 HTML, that stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and this is video note number 2. We will continue studying this lesson. We're learning about how to write codes so that our images in our text will be displayed in the web page. This is video note number 2. I want you to listen to this teaching very carefully and even look at the notes that I have for you. The first point that we'll be learning is about image tag. How can we put images or pictures in the web page? Okay, so when we say image tag, we use this angular brackets like you can see on the screen, right? The angular bracket. And this angular bracket is used for what? That angular bracket is used to add pictures in a web page. All right, like you can see that these are the angular brackets. We use the img tag, img. You can use both capital letters or lowercase letters, smaller letters. So this image tag is basically used to add pictures in a web page. Now, how can we insert a picture in a web page, right? Like I said that we use an img tag inside the angular bracket. So to insert a picture in a web page, we have to type the tag img with the attribute. Now, what do we mean by attribute? Okay, so what is this HTML hypertext markup language attributes? These are special words that is used inside the opening tag. We have opening tag and closing tag. Okay, you'll be learning it more as we proceed further. So HTML attributes are special words that is used inside the opening tag to control the element's behavior. Suppose if you want to insert a picture, I'm explaining to you what do you mean by elements behavior. Okay, suppose if you want to insert a picture in the web page and you want to position that picture either on the left hand side, on the right hand side, in the center, top or bottom, or you want to have a boundary border, I mean to say, around the picture, there are many different attributes that we have to add, which actually controls the elements behavior. We'll also be seeing some examples how can we use it, which are the tags and which are the attributes we can use it. So this is what an image tag is. And if you have to insert or add image in the web page, you have to use the img tag, and this img should be put inside the angular bracket. And I hope you remember that the HTML coding is written in Notepad. Okay, and after you have written the code in Notepad, when you save it as .html. Okay, that is how you'll be saving it, because if you save it as .txt, because basically Notepad's extension is .txt, and if you're saving it as .txt, whatever code, HTML code you have written will not open in a browser. Okay, so be very careful that you might be wondering why my coding is not appearing in the web page. Okay, so you have to be very careful that when you write the HTML coding in the Notepad, when you're saving it, you have to save it as, for example, like your name. Okay, your name dot html. Okay, that then when you open it next time after you have saved it, it will open in the browser. All right, so that was basic about the image tag. Now, how to insert an image. This is a code, this is an HTML coding, a very short HTML coding that I have shown you, that you see on the left hand side of the screen. We have learned that we start the HTML coding with the opening tag, opening HTML tag. Then we write opening body tag. Okay, then we write down the H1 tag, we are using the heading tags. There are different heading tags, right, from 1 to 6. It helps you to adjust the size of the text that you are entering. Okay, so H1 gives you a bigger size of text, so that's why we're using H1 here. So here we have the opening tag H1, and the text is written, the image element. Then we enter the closing tag of H1, the heading tag. And what have we written in the body? You notice that here there is an opening tag. Okay, and we have used the img tag. src is the source tag, right? The picture that you have in your computer, in your hard drive, the name of that picture, that is img underscore girl dot jpg. This is put inside the double quotes. Then we have alt tag, okay, is equal to, now you remember that which the attributes that you're using, you have to write an equal sign after the attribute, okay, so that you can use the attributes in a much better way, or else your attributes will not work well. So alt is equal to girl in a jacket, okay, and this also should be put inside the double quotations. Then we have width. How wide you want the picture to be on the web page? 500, okay, inside the double quotation. Then height, how length of the image is 600 inside the double quotation. And then um, we close the tag using the angular bracket. And I hope you remember, we also close the body tag and the HTML tag. Okay, now I'll be showing you after you have entered this in your notepad and you have saved it in any name, but remember that the extension should be .html. And after we have done it, you will notice that when you open in the browser, this is how it will look like. See the text that we had typed, the image element, and this is the picture. The width is 500 and the height is 600, and this is the image img underscore girl dot jpg. So this picture is taken from your computer or from the hard drive. Okay, so this is how we insert an image. Now let us understand some attributes and its functions. Okay, some attributes and its functions. Now I'll just be explaining to you the attributes and its functions, and we'll just be seeing only few how to use it. Of course, this src, alt, and align will be seeing how to use it. Most of these will be also understanding how to use them. So the first attribute here is src. We can even use the small letter or capital letter, the lowercase or the uppercase letters. So what is the use of this attribute src? You remember we already had used it in the previous explanation that I told you, like how to insert an image in the web page, right? We use this src. Now the work of this src, the function of this src is to specify the image file with the complete path. That means where is this, what is the source of this image? The image location is where? The image location is in your hard drive, and the name of the image, right? So that is what src stands for, source. Okay, and that's the function of src. It specifies the file image with complete path. The second one is the alt. Like in the same way, you can use the lowercase or the uppercase. Now what is the function, what is the use of this alt attribute? This specifies the text to be displayed if the image is not present, or if browser cannot display the image. So this specifies the text to be displayed. What was the text that we had written in the previous one? I'll just show you. Alt girl in a jacket. All right, so if the image will not be seen, then this text will appear in place of the image. Why it happens? Sometimes you delete the picture from your computer, right? So it will not, the image will not be visible. Instead of that, this sentence, girl in a jacket, will appear. So that is the use of alt. The third one is align. You can use both lowercase and the uppercase. Align means alignment, where you want the picture to appear on the web page. Okay, so this align, it specifies the arrangement of the image where you want it to appear. So there are 5 different types of alignments. The first one is the top alignment. That means the image will appear at the top. Then we have the bottom alignment. The image will appear at the bottom. Then we have the left alignment. The image will appear at the bottom, at the left side of the web page. Then we have right align, where the image will appear in the right side of the web page. And then we have middle align, where the image will appear at the middle or in the center of the web page. So these are 5 align attributes. The next attributes that I would want you to understand is the fourth one is height. Now this height, we also have used this attribute, right? If you remember it, we just used it a while ago while inserting the image in the web page. So height attribute, it specifies the height of the image in percentage. You remember the height that we had specified was 600, right? 600. So that is the percentage. Width, it specifies the width, how wide the image should be. And if I'm not mistaken, we had specified 500, right? 500. So that is the 500 is specified in the form of percentage. The sixth attribute is border. I was telling that if we can even put border around the image. All right, so this attribute, it specifies the thickness of border for the image, how thick border you want for the image. So these are the 6 attributes that I have explained to you. These are the basic ones, and this will very much help you to insert image in the web page. All right, the next topic that we'll be seeing is a hyperlink tag. Hyperlink tag. Now you can click on a link and jump to another document. Okay, all those who have used internet, now I think everybody is using it. Now you can click on a link to jump to another document. I will just show you an example. Like for example, this is our school's web page, stschoolnxp.org. Right, now when you click on this link, this blue colored link, when you open in Google, okay, you will see that it is in blue colored link. Now when you click on it, what happens? Another page will open, right? And then you can see the school's web page in that. Okay, so the hyperlink tag. Now you can click on a link and jump to another tag. That is what is a hyperlink tag. Okay, so we will understand about it more further. The next point I want you to understand, like I was telling you about hyperlink tag, how can we use it? Now the HTML tag A tag, okay, it can be used both in small letter and capital letter. Now this A tag also is put inside the angular bracket. A tag defines the hyperlink. Now it has the following syntax. I will explain to you. Syntax means the rule, how it is used, the formula, in simple words, how it is used. Okay, so before we go ahead to see the syntax, how do we use this HTML A tag, let me explain to you what is the meaning of this A tag. A refers to anchor tag. Okay, anchor, you know what's the use of anchor? To hold. The ships have anchor. Okay, ships have anchors so that if they have to stay in one place, they lower the anchor and the ship remains in that place. Now let's see the syntax, how to use it. Here we have the opening, here we have the opening angular bracket, then we have the anchor, and then we are using another attribute that is href or href. Then we use equal url, right? You know the full form of url, uniform resource locator, that is put inside the double quotation marks. We close the angular bracket, then we write down the any link text if you want that to appear in the web page. Then we close down the anchor tag. Like you can see, we have closed down the anchor tag by using this backslash. Okay, now some more things about this href or href. Now this href, you can say href or href. Now this href is an HTML attribute that is used to link another web page or a different portion of the same page, right? So this href is an HTML attribute that is used to link to another web page or a different portion of the same page. Now what does href stands for or href stands for? It stands for hypertext reference. That is why I was saying it as href, because h stands for hypertext and ref stands for reference. So you can either say href or href. So this is the syntax how we use anchor tag. And to have an hyperlink tag, we use anchor tag. That is, either we use the small letter a or capital letter A, and this has an opening tag and this also has a closing tag, and we also include href with it, which stands for hypertext reference. So I hope you have understood till here. We'll see some more things before we end this session or this second video. And when we end the second video, we'll be ending the lesson. And if you have not gone through the first video, I really want you to go through the first video, then only you'll be understanding the second video very well. Now HTML linking is of two types. The first one is known as external linking. Now what is external linking? External linking is when one web page is linked to another web page. Okay, when one web page is linked to another web page. For example, many of you buy things from Amazon. Right now Amazon is linked with those who are supplying those products that you're buying, right? So you see here that the two web pages are linked. So that is what external linking is. Two different web pages are linked together. That's why it is called external linking. The second type is internal linking. Now this is when one part of the web page, same web page, okay, when one part of the web page is linked to some information at different location on the same web page. Now if you are having the same web page and one of the part of the same web page is linked at a different location in the same web page, okay, then it is called as internal linking. Like for example, when you open your school's web page, you will notice that there are some links connected with the same web page. Okay, that is known as internal linking. So there are two types of HTML linking: external linking and internal linking. I hope you have understood this. Now let us see the steps to add hyperlinks. How can we add hyperlinks? The first step is you have to type the opening anchor tag, right? A tag with the attribute. For example, like opening tag HA with the attribute href, hypertext reference. The second step is type the link text. For example, we have, this is your first step. Then the second step is equal https and the school's web page, right? www.stschoolnxp.org. Close this angular bracket. Then you type visit stschoolnxp.org, and you have to use the exclamation mark. Okay, you have to use the exclamation mark here. All right, the third step is to close the tag. Now when you close the tag, this is how you close the tag. I have used the lower letter A as closing, and I have used the bigger letter A as opening. Okay, you can even use the bigger letter A as closing tag. So this is how we close the tag. These are the three steps how to add hyperlinks. All right, now email links. Email links. An email link is created by using mail to. Okay, mail to. And mail to links are the links on the web page that points to an email address. Okay, mail to. And when a website visitor, if any visitor clicks on one of the mail to links, what happens? The default email client on that person's computer opens, and they can send a message to that email address specified on the mail to link. I will just show you how to use the mail to link. How to create a mail to link. Now to create a link on your website that opens an email window, use a mail to link, right? Like I was telling you. For example, this is the syntax how to use a mail to link. We use an anchor tag, then href equal, start with double quotes, mail to colon, for example, web design @example.com. Okay, and close the double quotation, close the angular bracket, write the text, send me an email, and close the anchor tag. Okay, now we'll see how can we use it. This is an example, right? Opening tag href equal double quotation mail to colon class7@gmail.com. Okay, you can add your own Gmail address also. I have just written class7@gmail.com. Okay, close it with the double quotation, close it with the anchor tag, send me an email, and then close the anchor tag. All right, so this is a very simple way how to create a mail to link. Now remember that all of these you have to type it in the notepad, okay, when you're coding it. Now like I was telling you that you have to type in a notepad, I will just show you here how will it appear. I mean, how you have to type in a notepad. First you have to start with the opening HTML tag, then you have your opening head tag, then you write down the title tag, and we have written it as email links. You have to close the title tag, then we have to close the head tag. Now remember that the title tag is placed between the head tag. Okay, so you have to close the head tag after you have closed the title tag. Then we open the body tag, and in the body tag we use the heading tag, heading tag. Okay, now we have used h3. That means the size of the text will be a little smaller. Here's an email link for you, and we have used the br tag to break the line. Here's an email link for you if you need, comma, please start with the angular bracket, anchor tag href equal double quotation mail to colon class7@gmail.com close the double quote, and close the angular bracket. Mail me. Remember, you have to use the exclamation sign and then close the anchor tag. Okay, and also remember to close the header tag, that is h3 tag or the heading tag. Then also remember to close the body tag. Okay, and at the end we will close the HTML tag. So now we'll see what will be the output. Now remember that you have to save it in .html in the notepad. Okay, and after you have saved it, we'll be seeing the output of this HTML code that we have written in the notepad. This is how it will appear in your browser. Okay, here's an email link for you. If you need, please mail me. Okay, and when you click on this mail me, this is how the mailing window will appear, right? To class7@gmail.com, right? You can enter the subject and you can write the mail. So this is how we use the HTML coding, and this was video number 2. I know it was longer, but I hope you can go through it. Take time, keep learning and keep studying well. Okay, so by this week the lesson is over, and uh, go through the video again and again so that you can understand it much better. All right, students, so keep learning and keep studying well. We are ending this video note over here.